So, I just got done watching the first 5 episodes of Kyuranger, and what do I think of this Super Sentai? It's pretty good. Now, I've only watched the first 5 episodes, basically the first story arc in the show, where the 9 Rangers have come together, finally, and I gotta say, from what I've seen so far, I'm enjoying it. The first 5 episodes have me hooked, and I'm definitely going to try and watch 5 every night or 3 episodes every night to see where this show is going. Now, Kyuranger has been on my radar for the longest time. A lot of people talk about it. The Power Ranger fandom has been talking about it for the longest time, as it said Dream Sentai to be adapted into a Power Rangers season. And watching the first 5 episodes, I can kind of understand why. Because the suits look really awesome. Seeing the suits in motion after watching the first 5 episodes, they look glorious. The Zords, which will be adapted in the Power Rangers Cosmic Fury, their designs look freaking amazing. I love these Zord designs. And I love it how they can form different combinations with each other in the show. That's pretty freaking cool as well. I do like that aspect that we've got with the Zords, where each one of the little Qtama cockpits can sort of form a different Zord combination here and there. I think that's really freaking cool. So, I might as well talk about the elephant in the room. Could this show actually be adapted into a season of Power Rangers? Possibly. Never say never, but I can understand the struggles that Simon Bennett was talking about when adapting this show, because it has so many characters, so many Rangers, and it would be really hard to focus around all these different characters and give them story arcs, plot development here and there. I mean, I'm 5 episodes into the show and I've already met the basic 9 Rangers, and I felt like even watching the first episode, it felt kind of rushed because we already met Lucky, we already met the Wolf guy, and then throughout the episode we met a bunch of other characters and they got their powers in the show by episode 2, so I feel like they were rushing to get to the 9 Rangers in the show, and I can understand why. I mean, by episode 3, I believe, you meet the Scorpion guy, and I gotta say, he's probably my favourite character so far. An Orange Ranger that's based on a Scorpion, I think his design looks really freaking sleek, and I think that suit looks gorgeous so far. But I can understand what Simon Bennett was saying. There's a lot of characters in this show, and we're introduced to a lot of them very quickly, even ones who don't get their Ranger power up right away, like Ryu Commander. He's not a Ranger yet, but he's still walking around on the ship sort of giving orders to the characters, which I gotta say, I do like how they give orders, or how they decide which Rangers are gonna go on adventures on the show, where they sort of have sort of like a lottery, and it will be these characters going down to Earth or going down to the planet to explore it. I think that's a really good way to sort of use your characters in a big cast, and I do wonder where that's going to go moving forward now that we've got 9 Rangers on the ship. Now, going back to the whole could this season of Sentai be adapted into Power Rangers, like I said, it's a possibility, never say never, but you probably wouldn't have a lot of these Rangers and characters fleshed out in a season of Power Rangers. You'd probably get something like a Super Megaforce or a Megaforce, where even that team was small and Gia never got a focus episode. Or you could have something like Dino Charge and Super Dino Charge, where that had a large cast of Rangers and most of them didn't get fleshed out or had any story arcs or any development near the end of the show. So we'd probably have one of those situations going on when it comes to a Kyuranger adaptation for Power Rangers, so I can totally understand where Simon was coming from when he said there's too many characters to adapt into Power Rangers and it would be hard to flesh them all out. But enough about Power Rangers, let's talk about Kyuranger. Alright, let's talk about our Red Ranger, Lucky. Lucky, I've got mixed feelings on, because this guy, he somehow always seems to get himself out of a bad situation. Yes, and I know he's called Lucky, so he always gets a lucky streak or a lucky roll, whatever you want to call it. But because this guy always seems to get the upper advantage because he's lucky all the time and says lucky, I feel like this character is just on God mode, and he doesn't seem to have a weakness so far. And I feel like once I go deeper into more episodes, his character will become more flawed, but seeing how he's just very happy-go-lucky, very chipper and stuff like that, you got to explore this character more to understand him. And I do like it how he gets a good laugh out of here and there, but I've got mixed feelings on the guy. I don't hate this Red Ranger so far, 5 episodes in. I think he's enjoyable so far. He's really cool, really chipper, but I feel like we need to explore this character. Well, I feel like I need to explore this character more before forming my own opinion and probably learning about his backstory, and find out why he's so lucky and why he's got like the God mode cheat on and gets himself out of his bad situations. Now, the other Rangers, they're okay. I do like their suit designs for characters like Garou and Balance and Raptor and Champ. I think they've got really cool suit designs. And their voices, their voice actors. Geez, I've never seen so many anime voice actors in one Super Sentai in the same scene. I mean, Garou is voiced by Zoro. You've got Balance, who's voiced by Josuke. Ryu Commander is surprisingly voiced by Levi and Trafalgar Law from One Piece. And let's see, who else am I looking at? Am I looking at the wiki page? Champ is voiced by, let me quickly jump on his wiki while I'm looking at it. Blackbeard on One Piece. So a lot of One Piece voice actors in this show, which makes sense. It's Toei. They've done voices for One Piece for years, so no doubt about it. Have some famous Japanese voice actors working on this Super Sentai. And Raptor is voiced by Mao, who was Gokai Yellow. And she's really well known when it comes to voice acting and being in Super Sentai. I mean, if you go through a Wikipedia page, you can see lots of credits for stuff she's been in over the past decade. So she's got a huge resume when it comes to voice acting. But going back to the suits, I freaking love these suits for these Rangers in the show. I mean, Champ's got a really cool suit design. Ryu Commander's got a really cool suit design. Raptor's always had a cool suit design. Even when I didn't start watching Kyuranger, I've always loved her suit design. I think it looks freaking amazing. Balance is just a robot. I'll just say that about it. I mean, it's very robot, it's very Star Warsy. There are some Star Wars elements in this show, especially when seeing Don Amagame, whatever he's called, because he has sort of like the cloak over his face and he's sort of talking to one of the bad guys on the projector, which is very Emperor Palpatine-esque. But yeah, from what I've seen with the first 5 episodes of Kyuranger, I've enjoyed so far. If this video does well, I will keep talking about my thoughts on Kyuranger with the next 5 episodes. Maybe once I have the entire team join together, I will talk about those episodes, or if there's any iconic Kyuranger episodes you want me to talk about on the channel, feel free and leave a comment down below. Don't spoil it, just say talk about episode such and such and leave a numbered title at the bottom. But yeah, I'm definitely going to try and binge Kyuranger over the week and see how far I get and give you guys my opinion on the show. Probably once I finish it, I'll give my overall opinions and we'll see what happens. But anyway guys, what are your thoughts on Kyuranger? Have you seen it? Do you love it? Tell me in the comment section down below, and I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions. With that said, I'm going to bring this video to a close. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out, take care, bye.